How will you build an inclusive community and address the discrimination endured by Pullman's non-white residents?
For 38 years, everyone walked into my classroom. I loved them and worked with them and helped them and guided them. And they taught me more than I'd say if I ever taught them. I bring to this leadership years and years, decades of experience on inclusivity. And I'm proud to say that we are making progress. But as a mostly all-white community, there are some issues out there. We have mixed-race children coming home from school being called the N-word. That's not acceptable here. But how do we reach those people who, for one reason or another, feel like they are superior to others? So I would work with the schools, mental health, with art, because art is a huge diffuser of conflict. And I would work with everyone who could come to the table to create an understanding of why we need to understand and include everyone. I will say this is not a story for our people of color to take on. It is our story to educate our kids about how we are accepting of others. So I lost my train of thought on that, but you can tell I'm very intense about this, and my time's up, but if anybody wants to know more, come see me later.
That was good timing. Francis?
Thank you. I know there was a reference earlier about the Black Lives Matter murals vote. And just for clarification, even though the rumor's out there, I was not on city council at the time, so I did not vote against the Black Lives Matter mural, just for clarification. Now, if we look at, I have a 20-year history, and more than 20-year history of active as we relate to respect and value of dignity of individuals. I started out on the Human Rights Commission over 20 years ago, the Pullman Human Rights Commission. I currently am on a statewide diversity, equity, inclusion, belonging council cabinet that is working on identifying what are the best practices in the cities and to bring them back in order to build a community that everybody feels valued in. I'm very active in my support with Dr. Terry Buffington and her work that she's doing, because I believe that's something support for a whole community. Other aspects of things that I'm involved with, and this is, because the question is, how will we do this? And so things that I've done is at the last Lentil Festival Chili Bowl I was over at, I actually reached out, and the Nimiku tribe, they carved a stirring paddle that we actually christened the Chili Bowl with, and their leaders were the first leaders to be the celebrity stirrers for the Lentil Festival Chili Bowl, as an example. I've also reached out to the Nimiku tribe to make sure they were involved in the Three Forks River and Arts Festival. And most recently, as I've started the discussion, that one of the things important to me is we have our 150th anniversary coming up in our community, and what I'd like to see, and this is something I should go through the Arts Commission, is a commissioned artwork that honors and recognizes those that are part of the historical. And so I've started the conversation with the Nimiku tribe elders of how do we go, what type of art would be one that you would like to have that the city recognizes your history and heritage as a part of our 150th anniversary.
All right, Francis, you're up first.